What is jump statement? Jump statements are used to transfer the control to another part of our program. So while executing the loop, sometime it happens that the requirement of the output is fulfilled. So to leave the rest part of the loop unexecuted, we use the break statement to terminate. As well as while sometime it happens that we have to stop the remaining part of the loop and go back to the starting part of the loop. So we can do this by using the continue statement. Thus we can say that there are two jump statements, break and continue. By using break, we can force immediate termination of the loop by passing the conditional expression and the remaining code in the body of the loop. The control resumes the next statement following the loop. So the rest part of the loop is not getting executed and it comes out of the loop. So sometimes it happens that the desired result is often even if the loop has not run for the number of times specified. So maybe the loop is of 10 times, but we don't need our output is fulfilled within the fourth loop. So we know it is not needed to continue the loop. So we want to stop the loop at that time. So in this situation we need to terminate the loop, leaving the iteration unexecuted. Thus the break statement is used for forcefully termination of the loop block. So we can say that the break statement is used for this following purpose. First, to terminate a statement sequence in a switch case. So at the end of each of the case we use the break statement in a switch case statement. Secondly, to terminate from a loop. Thus we can see a program using the switch case statement, and in this switch case you can see at the end of each of the case there is a break statement to come out of the case. Otherwise the program will move to the case 2, that is called the fall through. So instead of stopping the fall through, we have used the break statement at the end of each of the case. So there is a program where to calculate the term deposit and thus we can see that there is a menu where it is displayed that the menu list, if we press 1 term deposit, if we give 2 then the recurring deposit. So and we have to enter the choice. If in the CH we will give the value as 1, then switch case CH, so switch case will take us to the case 1 and there we are calculating the term deposit. After calculating the term deposit will come out of the following program, switch case program. So since switch case is the last program, so after that no other statement is there, so we are going to come out of the total program. And if we press 2, if we give in the CH the value as 2, then with the switch case will go to the case 2 and after executing it will come. So now we will see the use of break statement in loop. So let's take an example how to use the break statement in the loop. Like here we have taken int sum is equal to 0. So sum is initialized with 0. Then we have taken the for loop. Inside for loop you can see int ctr equal to 0 and ctr is less than 10. So it will move from 0 to 9. So 10 times the loop will go on and ctr plus plus. But here we are saying we are having a condition that if sum is greater than 5, then what will happen? We will come out of the loop. So no need of continuing the loop. When we will get the 5 more than 5, then we will stop it. Otherwise we will go on adding it. So here ctr, so first is ctr equal to 0, so 0 is less than 10, condition is true, so it will come here. So sum is not greater than 5, it is 0, so 0 is not greater than 5. So it will not enter here since single statement. So we have not given it inside the curly bracket. So if the condition will be true, automatically a single statement will be executed. Since the condition is false, so it is not going to execute. It will come to sum. So here we are writing sum. Take it here. Let me write it here. Sum is equal to, so sum was 0 and CTR is also 0. So my sum now became 0. Now here when we will reach, so CTR will become 1. So here there is an increment because C++, after completing the loop, here we are increasing C++. So C++, C is of, now CTR is 1. So it will come here. So condition, it is CTR is 1, so 1 is less than 10, condition true, so again it will enter here. So here sum, our sum was 0, so 0 is not greater than 5, condition false, so it will come here. So my sum was sum plus CTR. Now my CTR is 1, so 0 plus 1. Now sum became 1. Now it will come here, CTR became 2. So condition is true, CTR is 2 is less than 10, so it will come here. Sum is my 1, 1 is not greater than 5, will not come here, will come to this part. So my sum was 1, so 1 plus 2, now it became 3. So again will come here. So CTR is now 3. CTR is 3. At first it was 2, now it is 3, so will come to this part. Here condition, so condition, so 3 is less than 10, condition true, will come here. Our sum is 3, so it is not greater than 5, so it will not enter here, will come here. So now sum was 3 and with that we will add again 3. Now my sum is 6. So my CTR will change to 4. Now 4 is less than 10, condition true, will come here. Sum, so my sum is 6. 6 is greater than 5, so it will come out of the loop. Now you can see only up till 4th loop we have continued, but since our condition got fulfilled, our sum became more than 5, that is 6. So we came out of the loop, and after coming out of the loop, the next statement, system dot print ln, so it will print the sum of the, so it will print the sum. So the same program can be written using the while loop as well as the do while loop. Break statement in the inner loop. So when we use the loop break statement in the nested loop, we see that the break statement will only break out of the innermost loop and it doesn't affect the outermost loop. For example, if we take the CTRL loop and inside CTR loop there is a J loop and inside J loop there is a condition to come out, that is a break statement. So when the break statement will be executed, it will come out of the J loop but not the CTR loop. So CTR loop will continue as it is. That is, the break statement in the inner loop causes the termination of that loop and the outer loop is not affected. Let's take an example, like here there is a class break loop and then the main method public static void main, and inside it we have taken int CTR equal to 1 and CTR there it will continue, 2 loop will be there, 1 and the 2, because less than 3 it is written, and then it is written the system.out.print score equal to CTR, and then there is a inside the CTR loop there is a J loop and it is going to continue 1 to 9, and but here there is a condition when J will become 2, so it will come out of the loop. So let's see how the output will be. So here it is given CTR is 1, so let's take CTR equal to 1. So 1 is less than 3. So condition is true. So it will come here and it will display score. So like score score and then CTR is my 1. So score 1 it is written and there is a colon. So this is going to display, and then we will come to the J loop. So J is 1, J is less than 10. Yes, J is 1, so it is less than 10, condition true. So it will come here, J is not equal to 2, it is 1. So it will not execute the break statement, it will come here and it is going to print J. J is 1. So it will print J 1 and space. See, your print is written, so it will be display one after another. So instead of 1, let's take 3. It will be better. Then here when will come, J become 2. So 2 is less than 10, condition is true. So it will come here. So J is equal to 3. So condition is false. So it will not come here. It will come to this statement and it will type 2. See, it will type side by side since print is written. We have written print statement we have given, not println. Println, then it should have written down. So here print, so it is written side by side. Now I is 3. So 3 is less than 10. Condition true. It will come here, but when it will come here, you see written J is equal to 3. So here the condition becomes true and it will enter and break. When it will break, it will come out of this J loop and it will come here and give one line space and it will reach to the CTR loop. Now CTR is 2. At first it was 1. Now CTR is 2. So 2 is less than 3. So condition is true. So it will come here. Again it will write score, CTR value is 2. So it will write 2, then a colon. Then it will come to here. Again the J will start from 1. Since it is a local variable, so here it will come again, it will start from 1. So J is 1. 1 is less than 10. So it will come here. So it is not going to execute. So break is not going to execute. It will come to this part. So J is 1. Then it will come here. Now J became 2. 2 is less than 10. Condition true. So it will come here and will check. So 2 is not equal to 3. So it will not execute break statement. Instead of that, it will come here and it will display 2. Then J is 3. Condition is true. 3 is less than 10. So it will come here. So 3 is equal to 3. Condition became true and break and it will come out. And here it will give one line space. Then it will come here. Now CTR is 3. At first 2, now 3. So 3 is not less than 3. It is equal to 3. So condition false. It will come out and it will display end of loop. So you can see that when we have came out of the break statement, so it was coming out of the inner loop. It was not affecting the outer loop. So when the condition became false, if the break statement would have been in the outer loop, then it would have come out of the total loop. But since it is in the inner loop, so it will come out of that particular loop. It is not going to affect the other loop of the statement in the program. So let's go through program number 3. Write a program in Java to display the sum of any two number for 10 iteration. If the sum of the two number is negative, then the program terminates. So you can see in this program there are 10 loops are there. So 1 to 10 it will move on. Then so when I is 1, condition true, it will enter and it will display on the screen enter two number. Then it will ask the two number. Take it in the first case I have taken 1 and 2. So here the C value is 3. So 3 is not less than 0. So it will, this break statement will not execute. Here it will come and display sum of the two numbers, then 3. And then it will come here, then I will increase to 2. Again it will enter here and it will say enter the 2 number. Now when you let us enter 3 and 5. So now C will be 8. So 8 is not less than 10. So it will not enter break and it will come and it will display the sum of the two number is 8. So let again it will go. Now I is 3. 3 is less than 10, condition true. Then will again it will display enter 2 number. Now we will enter -2 1. So -2 1, when we will add it is -1. So C is less than 0. So it will break and come out of the program and it will display program terminates.